Hello students, greetings of the day. Today we are going to start our third unit in history, that is Indus civilization. Already you have know that there are four civilizations are there. What are they? They are Indus civilization, Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian civilization and Chinese civilization. So in this lesson we are going to see about the Indus civilization. So in today's session we are going to learn about the nature of the Indus civilization and the lifestyle of the people of Indus civilization. So initially people they lived in groups. Then they formed communities out of this group. Then these communities are evolved as societies due to course of the civilization. Okay. So in olden days the people, most of the people they prefer to settle near the rivers. Do you know what is the reason? So why did people they settle near the rivers? So because of the soil fertility, then the fresh water is available for drinking, watering and livestock and irrigation. Then easy movement of people and goods is possible. So why do people they settle near the rivers? Because of the fertility of the soil. Then the fresh water is always available for the purpose of drinking, then for livestock and also for irrigation. Then the river valleys are most suitable for the movement of people and goods from one place to another. So therefore in olden days the people they prefer to live near the rivers. Okay. So next one, the discovery of a lost city, Harappa. Okay. So the ruins of Harappa were first discovered by the British East India Company soldier and explorer Charles Mason in his book. Okay. So when he visited the northwest frontier province, now that province is in Pakistan. Okay. He came across some mysterious brick mounds. He wrote that he saw a ruined brick castle with very high walls and towers built on a hill. Okay. So this was the earliest historical record of the existence of Harappa. This was the first record that was found by the British East India soldier. Okay. So after that in 1856, when engineers they laid a railway line connecting Lahore to Karachi, they found some burnt bricks. Okay. So but without understanding their significance, that engineers they used that bricks for laying the railroad. So this is also an record for the presence of the city Harappa. So then next one is in 1920s, the archaeologists they began to excavate the cities of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. They earthed the remains of these long unforgotten cities. In 1924, the Director General of ASI, that is Sir John Marshall, found many common features between Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. He concluded that they were a part of a large civilization found in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. There are some slight differences that is found between the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So this made the researchers conclude that the Harappa was older than Mohenjo-daro. So the next one is the urban civilization. So what is meant by urban civilization? Urban civilization means the cities and towns are known as the urban civilization. The rural areas are known as the rural civilization. So we found that this Harappan civilization is an urban civilization. So do you know the reason for that urban civilization? Because this Harappan civilization is made of, it has well conceived town planning, then it has astonishing masonry and architecture. What does mean by masonry? Masonry means the construction. Okay. So then in the Harappan city the priority is highly given for the hygiene and the public health. Okay. So there are the people they used standardized weights and measurements to measure everything. Okay. The solid architectural and artisanal base are found in the city. So therefore we conclude that this Harappan civilization is an urban civilization. there are some unique features are there in Harappan civilization. So what are the unique feature? The town planning is a unique feature of this Indus civilization. So the town planning is an unique feature of this Indus civilization. So the Harappan city had two planned areas. So what are the two planned areas? The upper town and the lower town. So it has two planned areas, that is the upper town and the lower town. So what's the characteristics of the upper town? So the part of the city which lies to the west is known as the upper town. Okay. So that place is known as the citadel. So the part of the city which lies to the west and it was higher. Okay. So that place, that city is known as the citadel. So this upper town was used by the administrators. So the great bath and the granaries are also located in this upper town. Next one, the lower town. The part of the city which is at the east side is known as the lower town. But this lower town is larger. Okay. So this lower town was inhabited by the common people. Okay. So what's the two planned areas in the Harappan civilization? That is the upper town and the lower town. So the part of the city which is located at the west side is the upper town. It was used by the administrators, and the great bath and the granaries are located in the upper town. The part of the city which is located in the east side is known as the lower town. This was used by the common people. Next one, we are going to learn about the streets and houses in the Indus civilization. So the streets are observed to have a grid pattern, that is they have straight running from the north to south and east to west, and this lines are intersected each other by the right angles. You can see that in the picture. You can see. So the roads were wide with rounded corners. The roads were wide with rounded corners. The houses were built on both sides of the street. So you can also see this in the picture. The houses were built on both sides of the street. Okay. So most of the houses had many rooms, a courtyard and a well. Okay. So each house had toilets and bathrooms also. The houses were built by using the baked bricks. Okay. So and the mortar. So what does mean by mortar? So it is a mixed limestone. So mortar is a mixed limestone material which is used to build the house. Okay. So the sun-dried bricks were also used for building houses. So most of the bricks were uniform in size. Okay. So the roofs of the house were flat. So these are the features of the streets and houses in the Indus civilization. You can see the picture. So do you know why burnt bricks are used for construction? Because these burnt bricks are very strong, hard, durable and resistant to fire, and these bricks will not dissolve in water or rain. So for this purpose only the burnt bricks are always used for the construction purposes. So next one, let us see about the drainage system. Okay. So the drains were covered with slabs or bricks. Okay. So each drain they had a gentle slope so that the water could flow. So you can see the picture. So the drains, it had a gentle slope. Okay. Here the holes are provided at regular intervals to clear the drains. Okay. So the holes are used to clear the water. So the drains are covered with slabs or bricks. So this also you can see it in this picture. Okay. So next one, the great bath. So the great bath was a large rectangular tank in the courtyard. Okay. So this great yard it is the earliest example of a waterproof structure. So see here. So this is the great bath which was used in the Indus civilization. So the bath was lined with bricks, coated with plaster and made watertight using layers of natural bitumen. Okay, so that is the layers of the soil. So okay, so you can see these pictures also in the picture. Okay, so it has a, this bath was lined with bricks and coated with plaster. So there are steps on the north and south leading into the tank. Look here. So in the north and south, this great bath, it consists of the steps. Okay. So there were also rooms on three sides. So there were also rooms on the three sides of this great bath. So water was drawn from the well located in the courtyard and drained out after the use. So these are the features of the great yard. That is the great bath. Next one, the great granary. Do you know what is meant by granary? So the granary was a massive building with a solid brick foundation. So the granary was a massive building with a solid brick foundation. So you can see this in this picture. So this is the granary of the Indus civilization. So these granaries are used to store food grain. What are the food grains stored? So the wheat, barley, millets, sesame and pulses. So these are the food grains that are stored in these granaries. So a granary with walls made of mud bricks which are still in a good condition, and it is found in a village near Haryana. Okay. So this granary was belongs to the Harappan phase, Harappan civilization. Okay. So the next one is the assembly hall. So the assembly hall was another huge public building at Mohenjo-daro. Okay. So it was a multi-pillared hall. Okay. So this assembly hall, it consists of many pillars. Okay. So there are 20 pillars in 4 rows to support the roof. So it is known as the multi-pillared hall. So you can see the picture of this assembly hall. So the next one is trade and transport. Harappans were great traders. Okay, they standardized weights and measures to for the purpose of trade. Okay, the standardized weights and measures were used by them. They used sticks to mark the length. Okay, the sticks were used to measure the length. Okay. They used carts with spokeless solid wheels. You can see here. So there is an evidence for extensive maritime trade with Mesopotamia. You have already know what is meant by maritime trade. What is meant by maritime trade? It is the coastal trade. Okay. So Indus seals have been found as far as Mesopotamia, which were modern day Iraq, Kuwait and parts of Syria. Okay, this is a very good record proof for the maritime trade of the Indus civilization with the other countries. Okay, the cylindrical seals similar to those, they are also found in Persian Gulf, and Mesopotamia have also been found in the Indus area. This shows that the trade links between these two areas. So there is a trade link between the Indus and the Mesopotamian civilization. A naval dockyard has been discovered in the Lothal in Gujarat. What is meant by dockyard? Dockyard means the shipyard. Okay. So a naval dockyard has been discovered in Lothal in Gujarat. It shows that the maritime activities of the Indus people. So the Indus people also have involved in the maritime trade. Okay. Students, have you understood? So in this session we had saw about the discovery of the lost city of Harappa, then about the urban civilization and the unique feature of the Harappan civilization. Okay, so this Harappan civilization has two planned areas, that is the upper town and the lower town. The city, part of the city which is located at the west is known as the upper town, and the part of the city which is located at the east side is known as the lower town. So the upper town is used by the administrators and the lower town is used by the common people. So next we have saw about the streets and houses, then about the drainage system, great bath, then assembly hall, and also about the trade and transport. Okay, so students, there is a circular for you. By next week you are going to write an objective type test. Okay, so the question will be given to you in the form of PDF. So you have to prepare for the geography 2 lessons, that is the universe and the solar system and the land and oceans. You have to make thorough of this 2 lessons. The question will be in the form of objective type only. There will not be detail or short answer questions. Okay, so make thorough of these 2 lessons and write the test well. Okay, thank you students, thank you all.